If you want to grade your log videos like this, then this video is specially for you guys. So believe me, after watching this video, you're going to learn a lot about color grading and how to color grade in DaVinci Resolve in the right way and in the right direction. So let's start the video. So first of all, you have to do is timeline or color space management settings. So to do that, you have to all the way come up to project settings and came down to color management, and make sure your settings are similar like mine in this screen. And the second thing, if you're going to use like LUT based method, then you can change the 3D lookup table to from triliner to threaded. Then just click here and set current settings at default preset, so that every time you create a new project or a new timeline, these settings automatically apply to this basic project and timeline as well. So after setting it to default, let's save the file and let's start our color grading. And make sure to do that setting before creating timeline to get better results. So let's start. So let's take the clip and go all the way to color grading tab. Here I'm going to use my own color node tree. So if you want to get that same node structure, then you can download from below in description. So let's start. So first of all, most important thing you have to do is set the color space in and out. So to do that, I have going to add an effect in these two nodes, which is color space transform in these two nodes. Then we are going to set first CST in. So if you are not seeing this effect or this section, click on the effect to open the sections of color space transform. Then we have to set or give the input about color space and gamma. So do that, just click here. And if you know about the camera, then you can add that camera particular color space and color profile, but I do in a different way. Let's set first color output space and output gamma. So that is going to press D in the keyboard and select DaVinci white garment. Then in output gamma, press again D and DaVinci intermediate. Let's scheme all the way to output, and in input color CST out. Then again press T, then T in both input and output color in output gamma of CST out. And then let's select 709 and that's gamma 2.4. You see there's a major change in our footage. This is before and after, but we haven't set the input color space right now. So I don't know about this footage, which camera it belongs to. So generally I whenever trying to do something color grading like this and I don't know about the footage, I simply do is put array or red camera to see the which color space looks better with this footage. So generally like array white garment 4 and input color space and similar as log C log. This is in array. Let's try with red color space. So red color 4 and red gamma log 310, something like this thing. So now it looks pretty good. So whenever we're going to do color grading on log profile, try to do in between CST and out, in and out. Let me show you why. You see the waveform here. So if I turn off these two nodes, it's go down. So basically CST down or color space transform helping you to increase the color space so you can work with more colors and more dynamic range of the footage. So let's start. So first of all, I'm going to set the exposure. So basically we're going to use this first, second, third options, primary colors, these lift, gamma, gain. These are basically highlight, midtones and shadows in DaVinci Resolve with some unique name. So first of all, we have a lot of space below. So I'm going to drop the lift a bit down, and same with gain, and I'm going to increase a bit gamma. So there are no particular numbers that you need to put here. You can just do yourself where you think this look good. Just stop right there and go on to the next point. Now I have set the exposure, like there are shadows and let's highlight as well. The second thing is contrast. Contrast is divided into two parts, contrast and pivot. So contrast, let me increase the contrast. Contrast is basically controlling white and blacks of your video. Probably you can't see right now which part is black or which part is like white, but if we increase or decrease the contrast, it's going to show on your image, something like this. Okay, so let me increase the contrast. It's going to push white further up and black further down. And I don't want to increase it more, but I want to create a difference, like subtle difference in black parts and white parts of my video. So I'm going to use pivot. So these are basically gear of your bikes, and this is your thought, like in easy word. Okay, now it's look good. Now let's come to hue. Hue basically means color changing or shift in your colors. So if you think this video is not looking that much good right now, skin tone is that much not good, then you can use hue option. Hue is my last priority, but while doing color grading, you can also change hue from your bed to get that skin tone back on your product. Sometimes it demands or sometimes it doesn't. So don't track all like something like this. Just go few points. Press shift on your keyboard to access like smaller numbers on your settings. This looks much better. Let me show you by pressing Ctrl D. Okay, so there's a difference in skin. There's a yellow and there's a light pink or reddish skin with that. Now the saturation. Saturation is basically means pushing your colors way more than like boosting your colors, right? So I don't use saturation on first hand, but I use by combining it with color. Okay, so first of all, what I'll do is minus a bit to get all the colors to equal levels. Color boost basically what it does, that is pushes the colors those are below average colors, like red. Let me say the saturation of red color is around 50 and the saturation of green color is 30. Okay, if I use saturation directly without using color boost and give the number 20 right here, so what it will do with that, it's increase the saturation of red, which was 50 to 70, and the saturation of green, which was 30 to 50. So you see the difference, it's still the same. So I don't want that. So that's why what I do is first I decrease or increase the saturation so that the green colors or red colors become similar. Okay, so I use minus method. So minus the colors, then increase the saturation to get what you want in a better way, something like that. Okay, now here's come the white balance. White balance is basically means as a adjusting your blue and orange in your video. So there's a temperature, and this divided white balance divided into two parts called temperature and tint. Temperature basically means cool and warm speed of your footage, and tint basically means green and pink. Okay, so right now I'm feeling like the overall white balance of my footage is pretty good, but if you want to create a certain feel like warm look, then you can increase it, or if you want to like create a cooler look, then you can go in minus. It's look pretty good though. Now we're going to use by tint. So if you see your overall footage is like greenish kind of thing and you want to remove that particular green part or green color from your footage, then you can go towards pink color. It will help to remove that green color from your footage. But if your footage is too much pinkish or like reddish in tone, then you can use green on minus point to get that as well. Right, it's look good, right? So let me show you before and after. Let me take a grab still. And let's play this. So let me control D and click on this icon to see. If I show you from this part, then you can see the difference, right? So this is before setting the white balance, and this is after. That's the difference. Okay, so right now I want this skin, like it's look whitish, but it's look pretty. So let's move forward. So I have done the wrong thing. Let's delete this. Control and WP again. So now this node you always left, it's basically for skin. So now if you want to correct your skin color, then that's very easy. We are not going to use this waveform for skin. So let's first of all use this tool called qualifier. It basically helps you to select particular color from your like screen or this from image without tracking or doing any other. So let's click on this icon and click on here highlight. This will show your selected skin color. Now from hue, saturation and luminance, you can select the color range. So basically right now I'm selecting from all the from pink to greenish color. So let me came like that. Okay, now it's come to saturation. Saturation basically means which color I'm selecting in hue, the saturation of that color. Basically if I'm selecting red, from light red to dark red, that's what basically saturation means. So let me shift this as well. That's all good all here. Now luminance basically the darkness and lightness of that color. So I don't want that color. That's good. So I want to select this color as well, but it's basically white, you see. So we can't select that, but we can make this look a bit better, and this edges are looking very rough. So let's increase some black, increase some white, and add some denoise to make it look better, and black clipping and white clipping a bit. Now so you start to remove all the thing. Now just a bit more. I want to remove these colors, so just use minus. So let's go back. Now if you want to make your skin looks good, so first of all clean down all to the waveform and select vector scope, something like this. So if you're seeing this thin line, this basically indicates your skin color. Right, I want to make my skin color look perfectly good. So in this node structure, I'm going to offset and make sure the color of this thing align with the thin line. Let me open something this like something like this. Okay, so I'm going to basically use offset. So that's perfect. That's it. That's how I color correct my skin and my videos. That's good. And then let's come to this part of our clips. Okay, so these are basically three nodes in which I'm going to use some effects or other things. So let's add. Now I'm going to do color grading. So this part is basically color correction, and now we're going to start our color grading thing. Okay, so first of all I want to like increase some highlight or change some color in highlight. So I'm going to use curve tool. So curve tool is divided into four parts: white, red, green and blue. White is basically a mixture of in these three colors. So if you want to increase like highlight or decrease highlight or shadow, we can use this part. Like let me add 3 points here, 4 points here. Let's make it some moody look. Now what I told you, this is lift, gamma and lean. And if you want to control more colors, like more light in depth, then you have to go all the way from locking, right? So it's going to just work on that particular area. It won't interact with like highlight or shadows if you're using just highlight and shadows. So let me decrease, you can see. And so let me add a color around here. So I'm going to use complement complementary color scheme or neighboring color scheme, which basically means if I want to add green color or if I want to remove green color or make a like combinations of color, here you can see this particularly green, right? So I want to go against that. It's going to be bluish pink or some pinkish color, or around neighbors. Yellow might look good. Yes, yellow looking pretty. And like shadow, let me add 3. Done. Let's go here and let me go to green channel. Okay, done. So this is the look I created, and I'm going to finish it with giving skin a bit more texture. So right here, what I'm going to do is going to select the skin selection that we have selected previously and use that data by using that blue node and connecting something like that. So now we have the same data from this node to this particular look model. Let's focus on screen pin, and you can see that we have a lot of details here, and I want to push it like to came out more naturally. So I'm going to came here blur and decrease a bit radius to get that sharpness on something. So here you can see already before and after that we got some really nice detail around here, something like that. Now you see, that's all for today's videos, guys. But I will try my best to give you the best quality content on this channel. Make sure to subscribe, and let's see each other in the next video.